Hello, Blue Gummy, and welcome back to another episode of the Blue Gummy podcast. As we are up to episode 36 now, and uh, today I have a special guest here who will be joining as a co-host here for the rest of the Blue Gummy podcast. How you going, Sean?
Not bad, thank you, mate. Hello, everyone. It's good to come on. I've been a fan of the podcast for quite a long time, so no, it's definitely good to be able to get on here and speak to all ears and talk about Parramatta.
Yeah, uh, that's very good. But before we go into episode 36 of the Blue and Gummy podcast, please make sure to follow us on all platforms on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, and also have a listen to us on Apple Podcasts. And make sure to watch all of our videos on our YouTube. So make sure you do that. And let's get into episode 36 of the Blue and Gummy podcast. So, um, as you all know, we have gotten the win over the St. George Illawarra Dragons, 30 points to 20. And there were like mixed performances and of course Ashley Klein was a complete wanker during the game, and he made some very controversial calls as usual. So yeah, let's get straight into the play-by-play here. I'm just gonna go onto the website here, Sean. So just give me a sec.
That's all good.
So round three at Paradise. I'm just going to scroll down over here if this is going to work. Rightio. Okay. So kickoff here at 4:05 p.m. And obviously Valentine Holmes has gone the penalty shot there to make it 2-0. And obviously some of our discipline in our defense was getting shut down by the forwards there, like Emil Gula, Lou Chandler Leilua, and yeah, I'm not sure why our defense was a little bit how you going. And to be honest, man, like when I uh, when I went to this game and we were just defending for dear life, especially in the middle after just being penalised and just having so many bull crap calls going going against our way. We just looked very tired in the first half. So yeah, what was your early thoughts in the first half, Sean?
Well, the first half, obviously, the first 10 to 15 minutes were really under the pump. Nothing really going our way, and
Mm,
sort of we got lucky to get the first try. I think
yeah.
it was really important that we scored first, as we can shut down really quickly once points are being put onto us, as we saw in that Broncos game last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Reece Walsh and someone else scored really, really quickly, and we were put under the pump. It took us getting a bit of luck and a bit of penalties coming our way for us to actually claw back into that game. And
Mm.
especially in that Melbourne Storm game, we don't really want to talk about it and everything, but
Yeah, me too.
soon we held our own for the first play, first half. We played alright, but
Mm.
then as soon as they put points onto us, we shut
Yeah,
down, discipline, everything gone. So.
yeah. Look, uh, when we scored that penalty try, we got a little bit lucky there, and look, that gave us some momentum there to really get some early possession there. But then Lou Chandler, Leilua, just sidestepped us right under the goalpost there, and I was screaming out, "Don't open the gap in the middle," just like on how we did against Sulaka Fafita against the Bulldogs in round three, I believe, at our first ever home game in 2025. And it was a little bit similar, like like that. But yeah, like he just outclassed us, and it was a little bit of a soft try. So yeah, a little bit tired there from the middle forwards there, but I mean, like, I'm not really going to blame it on the older experienced players there. I mean, they should have known better, but yeah, a very poor start there to concede a try there after getting some early possession there, and it looked like it was gonna be one of those games where it was gonna be a high scoring and a sloppy and a ugly and gritty win to get this win on the first ever home game at Paradise, and yeah, had a couple of set restarts there. Sean Russell dropped the ball, and then Jane Saw there scored a forward pass, and I have no idea how in the world that Ashley Klein did not see this as a forward pass. Sean, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, well, obviously I don't really like bagging out the refs that much due to the fact that it's a really hard job and everything. But saying that's Ashley Klein, I hate him just as much as everyone else does. So no, there was many ridiculous calls in this game. But saying that they went both ways, I think there was a couple of calls that we got that we were lucky to get that Dragons could have complained about, but at the end of the day, not much you can do about it. It's just got to hang your heads up high, work, and even if it was a forward pass, and it makes it hard, but our defense should have been up to standard. You might be able to keep them out for another set, etc.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, it was a poor read from our forwards there. Um, like, despite us, like, as much as I want to whinge about Klein just always being against us and just the NRL just being so biased against us after on what we did to them in court in the whole Zach Lomax situation, I do agree that like we can't always have Mitchell Moses always whinging on, oh, we need a penalty and this and that. Like, yes, we need to move on there and we need to stay disciplined and we can't go half asleep and let forwards like James Silva, who he isn't a bad back rower, but like if you're looking at the Dragons like forward back man, like uh they got like some inexperienced forwards, kind of similar to ours, but still like uh they're much more slower than ours. So I mean, like we should be a little much more quicker, especially with our line speed. We all know how good we are, and yeah. But it was on the 27th minute here when Jermaine Hopgood suffocated a big blow there when Ryan Couchman there. I think he tried to grab him down like that, and I saw it on the replay, and yeah, it was a pretty ugly tackle there on Hopgood, and he came off there, and straight after the game, I will spoil it right now, but Jason Rolls has confirmed that that Jermaine Hopgood will be out with a ACL for the rest of the season. So I don't really say, I don't really think it's a big blow, but I'm just hoping for the next few games that our inexperienced forwards, maybe Sam Tuivati might get a start in there, or maybe you bring in Charlie Diamond there to maybe start in there, or maybe you just risk put Tuivati starting in the 1 to 13, and then you maybe bring in Luca Moretti somewhere, and yeah. What's your thoughts on this horror Jermaine Hopgood injury that he will be out for the whole entire season with a ACL?
Well, I think Jermaine Hopgood is not played his best footy that we've seen before.
Agreed. Yeah.
Especially that year we got him from Panthers. He had a really, really, really good year for us. Got picked
Yeah.
for Queensland State of Origin. And since then, I'm not sure if it come from an injury or anything, but he definitely hasn't been his best, I'd say, in the last 1 to 2
Yeah.
years. And Matt Dury came on, and he played a game. That was probably one of the best games I've
Oh
seen him
yeah,
play.
100%. He was very committed in the tackles there. He had some very strong runs in there, and yeah, he was a he was a unstoppable force. He was very good in the preseason. It was he has been good in the last couple of games. Despite that concern where he looked like he was going to be injured in the Broncos game, but thankfully he was fit um, towards this game, so thank God for that. But yeah, a couple minutes later there, when Tallyn Da Silva came on, for uh for Riley Smith, when Riley Smith, there was one moment where Riley Smith didn't even notice that Jonah Pezzett was wide open with a gap wide open on the left side, and Jonah could have gone the ball and could have just run it there. But that doesn't matter because when Da Silva came on, he completely changed the game, and he's confident. In my opinion, is slightly building up to that ideal hooker that we all expect him to play like. And I think all of the work during preseason is finally showing off his efforts there.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And I'd also like to add, it's a bit similar to what you said before about how the Dragons forward pack. They're obviously really strong and really big. They're not very fit. Like, they're obviously a lot fitter than
Yeah,
I
one
am.
hundred
But,
percent. Yeah,
I reckon the big difference that Tallyn Da Silva had to Riley Smith is I'm a big fan of Riley Smith. I love his work, but
me too. Yeah,
he's very defensive. Tallyn Da Silva, he's really fast. He
yeah.
was he was scooting from hooker, and I reckon
Mm.
that's what got us most of the field position. Then is just the pace that we brought on after we brought him on.
100%, man. Yeah, because that was a real issue when playing against Melbourne. We weren't that fast in the ruck, and I know that Talent Silva, he was a little bit unexperienced there. I'm not sure where Sean has gone, but he'll be back in a sec. Um, yeah, but Talent Da Silva, man, like he really changed the game with his speed and his dummy half plays, and he kind of reminds me of a who's the other Portuguese player who used to play for us? Isaac de Gois. That's what he reminds me of. With the speed and a great dummy half plays there. I think Talent Da Silva is slowly starting to build up as an Isaac de Gois 2.0. So hopefully he will continue on to build this confidence because I reckon the exchange between Riley Smith and Tallyn Da Silva is starting to work right now, and hopefully Riles can consistently just keep on working this plan, and hopefully it can just cut wide open our opponent forward packs, especially come up against Penrith this week, which is going to be a massive test. And there could be a little bit on pressure there after his great performance there against the Dragons at home. And I know the Dragons full pack is slow, but yeah, he is going to get a little bit of taste of reality there. But a great try here from Kit Kat here, aka Kition Kartoga, as he had some very good kick chases, and he scored one there, 16-14. He managed to just get it down, and then Moses converts the try right before halftime to make it 18 points to 14, and that is when the whole entire momentum shift has fully turned around, and then we get to halftime. So, yeah, going on into the second half, Tallyn Da Silva gets a double there, and he makes it 22 points to 14 with 4 minutes in. I think this was the I think this was the try where he threw the dummy and he scored right under the post where he spot the Dragons forward pack. As I mentioned before, they're very slow and as Sean said, they're not that fit, and he just used simple common sense and just eased through in the middle and just bang scored. And I feel like that Riley Smith, he's just I want to say like he's overthinking, but I just feel like that he's he doesn't really run with the ball more. Like as what Sean said, also he's more of a defender than a runner. So yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
definitely, and it's in my opinion, it's going to be a big test this week against Panthers, as you said. They're big, and their defense is going to be the biggest issue for us. I think we need points on the board. That's what gets us going. As soon as we can't find a way out, even against Dragons in that last 15 minutes of the game, we got no
mm,
ball. It was them coming at us, coming at us, coming at us. It was the same thing against Storm. It's the same thing against Broncos. As soon as they're coming at us, we can't defend, I don't think, for more than 4 sets. Any team would struggle to defend for more than 4 sets, but especially against an attack like Panthers. Nathan Cleary, he's got his tricks, and
yeah.
obviously we know a little bit about Blaze Tulungi when he played for us. He's
Oh, don't even get me started on him. I really just got paid off when we couldn't get revenge against him, and we couldn't even give him a taste of his own medicine. And I really want to make him regret going to the Panthers this Saturday when we do face off against him back at Combank. And yeah, but moving on in the 55-minute here, Charlie Geimer gets penalised for a escort there and also for a ball strip, and then he gets sin bin there. A little bit. I mean,
a bit soft.
yeah, a bit soft, but I think when I saw it on the replay, I think it was a little bit of a fair call. But yeah, Charlie Geimer, he went off for the sin bin, and then Moses Sully goes over for a complete soft try there, and they just tried to get a comeback there. Holmes, the grubber Queenslander, gets a conversion there to make it 24 points to 20. And then Dylan Walker comes on there for Sam Tuvati because Sam had to come off there for a HIA. And then we dropped the
Sam,
ball a couple of times. Charlie Geimer came back on from that sin bin there. And Christian Tubolatu, the money man, made a line break there. And then the grubby Queenslander knocks on the ball. And then Josh Carr picks up the ball. And then with full acceleration, Josh Adokar does foxy things. And he puts the nail in the coffin there. And, well, I mean, it wasn't over yet. But, like, still, I think we all knew that the Dragons couldn't really come back from this. As Joshua Carr, I think he runs 90 meters. I think he ran, and I just saw the acceleration in person. Boy, oh boy, he is quick, man. He is, yeah.
I
Like
think
those numbers don't lie. Where he can accelerate up to 35 kilometers per hour. I believe that's his top speed. So yeah, and I think this is also, I think I saw on our Instagram that I think this is his record breaking try or something. So yeah, he so he scores a try to make it 28 points to 20. Moses converts the try to make it 30 to 20, and yeah, Jay and Suwa tries to make a line break there, and then Christian Tubolatu does knock on the ball, and thankfully that was the end of that match. And we hold on there, and we somehow get a little bit of a convincing win with still some work to do with the defense there. but some very good signs there from the bench there as well. So, what was your full thoughts on our performance there?
Yeah, I think it was obviously a good game. We won the game. I would have liked to see us score a few more. I reckon. I reckon we had it in us. Obviously, I
Yeah.
think the biggest thing that let us down there was injuries. We lost Tulvadi. We lost Hopgood.
Mm.
We lost what's his name, Jordan Samrani, and he's
Yeah.
a really good young player. Like he's
Yeah, and Charlie Geimer, I think he replaced him on, and a lot of people were very surprised that Josh Papali didn't come on for Charlie Geimer, sorry, for Jordan Samrani, and I think maybe because I think Josh, oh yeah, I think because Josh Papali was playing at 7, and he already played in the New South Wales Cup, so it wouldn't make sense for him to come on. So yeah, um, look, I'm not too sure who is going to replace Jordan Samrani since I am hoping that he isn't out. It hasn't been confirmed from Chase Rolls or from the NRL physio. So faint. So hopefully from the footy gods that he can be able to start against the Panthers. But uh, yeah, it's quite a it's quite of a interesting one. Yeah.
another
Um.
thing I'd like to also. Another thing I'd like to add is Dragons did put 20 points on Melbourne Storm. Our
Mm,
defense obviously wasn't great, but
no.
we kept them to 20, and I think Dragons scored about 22 or 24 on Melbourne Storm.
Yeah. Well, it also shows you that maybe the Melbourne Storm might be peaking a little bit too early in the first couple of rounds. I mean, they shockingly lost against the Brisbane Broncos for the first of a time at home in a decade, and I don't know how, because the Brisbane Broncos, for some weird reason, plays much more better with our Reynolds, and yeah, Reece Walsh just took in full control of that match there. He dictated every single kick and just going John Ricky there, and the rest of the spine involved there. And I think maybe because the Broncos had so much expectation just going into round two, and yeah, sure they scored like 30 points against us, but I feel like we did get a little bit lucky there from those great vision there from Jonah Pezzett. But I feel that Jonah Pezzett today, he was a little bit better, but I feel like he does need to run the ball a bit more. And speaking about the halves, Moses' kicks were pretty good, but I feel like when he does passes out there, as what I've seen in person in the second half, um, when he started to pass out wide there, that's when we started to open up the gaps there for any short ball options there to burst through the Dragons back line and to even pass out there to Joshua Carr to at least give enough space there early on just to accelerate away and just got a try. And I feel like that's the reason why that we don't see that much ball there from Josh Carr, especially last week against the Brisbane Broncos. And yeah, I feel like if Moses can pass a little bit much more, I reckon that we can start to get those combinations again as what he has done later on in the second half of 2025. So yeah, what was your thoughts on the halves performance there, Sean, against the Dragons on Sunday?
Halves did all right. I think John Pezzett, he played a lot more responsible and all of
Hmm.
that. Just good to see. Like we know he clearly likes to play his own game and sort of play his own own style of footy, which I don't mind because you've got Moses there too backing up. But as you said about Josh Adokar, I think personally I'd like to see Josh Adokar run with the ball a bit more. He keeps dancing around, jumping, and trying to create a hole and stepping back onto the inside. But if he just runs along
Yeah.
the sideline, takes it on like William Penasini does, he takes on the game really well. If Josh Adokar does a bit more of that, I reckon we'll gain a lot more metres from it than him pausing and trying to accelerate through a hole that's gone in about 5 seconds, like less than 5 seconds.
Yeah, yeah. I do fully agree with you there, Sean. I do feel like that he does overthink his timing, taking on the line, and he is very good on finding the line. So I'm not too sure why he's hesitating there. He does have the strength and he does have the speed. So I don't know why he's not using more of his strengths there.
Less
It's really just
maybe. He's obviously pretty old now and might be trying to look up
yeah.
and all that. But yeah,
Yeah, but as we all know, like he is starting to play his primetime footy as what he did at the Melbourne Storm for his time, and I still feel like that he still has it in him. Obviously, at the Bulldogs, he was a little bit mixed, and with the whole drugs situation and this and that. Look, I feel like he's learnt from that, and he has gotten much more stronger as he arrived over here. Um, so yeah, I'm not too sure why he's not showing that. But yeah, um, if Jordan Semrani is out, um, this might sound a little bit stupid, but a lot of people are saying that Jake Tungo has been pretty good in Cup during on the Sunday's heavy loss against the New South Wales Cup Dragons there at Combank. Do you? I know this is going to sound completely ridiculous, but Sean, do you reckon that Jay Tungo should be playing in the centres? Maybe.
I don't know. Like I haven't seen much of him, which makes it hard to judge. I personally would like to see Joash Papali in there, just for the fact that if we're hoping to play him as a 5'8", even though he's not playing 5'8", it'd be good for him to get out there, like, and soak it all in, and puts
Yeah.
less pressure on him next year if we do decide to go down that path. So, I think it's good for him to get some more game experience, being next to probably either Adokar or Bailey Simonson. They're both experienced players.
Yeah.
That would definitely help you out, and hopefully his tackling can improve, his defence and attack can improve, and he'll
Yeah.
be able to bring all of that into his game next year if he does play 5'8" for us.
Yeah. Look, I do agree with you there, but the issue is that we still need to stick to the plan to play Josh at number 6 there with Lorenzo Talenta at 7, which I have no idea why Josh has been named in the 7. I feel like that was one of the reasons why uh, we got our pants pulled down there against the Cup Dragons. So yeah, but look, another issue is that well, I don't think we should start with Brian Kelly. I mean, like, he's been a complete dud, and he's shown that against the Storm, and I think that he has also shown that during Cup. I haven't really watched the Cup highlights, but I don't think I'll be fully confident to bring back Brian Kelly into the starting 1 to 13 there.
One thing I
So
do,
yeah,
one thing I do like about Brian Kelly, he's got a lot of work ethic. Like when you
yeah,
watch him play for Titans, he never gives up, and he'll keep going, keep going. The only problem with that is he does try to do too much with the ball.
yeah,
He
and we
tries
saw
to
that
ease the
against
game, which causes issues, etc.
yeah, and that's when his discipline just it really becomes a coach killer. when you just don't stick to the plan and to the system, and like Chase Rolls really needs to be careful when just bringing these type of players in, because like the first ever question comes to you, like, is it are they going to stick to the system and to the style of play uh, that these boys are fully committing at training, and yeah, um, but we shall see during tomorrow for Teamless Tuesday, or whenever this uh review or this episode is going to be uploaded on the YouTube channel. And I feel like that we've been rambling on for way too long, so let's get into the players raters here. But I'll quickly go for my 3 to 1. So my 3 to 1 here, people. I'm gonna go into player stats here. Can you still hear me, and can you still see me there, Sean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, so my 3 to 1. So my man of the match, the dummy half who changed the whole momentum there in the first half was Tallyn Da Silva, my man of the match. So look at his stats here, just quickly. Uh, where is he? He played 20 minutes. He had 2 tries. He had 68 running meters. I know that wasn't much, but still, he had about like one line break there, one line break assist, also one try assist. He had about like 33 dummy half running meters, and that's even more than what even Riley Smith made no d- d- dummy half running meters at all. And Tallyn Da Silva also made about like 42 re recepts there. And I know that he has still played for 20 minutes, but still, that's very impressive there, to get a try assist and to change the game around just like that. So, yeah, my second vote, it was a little bit of a tough one. I was going to go for either Moses or Sam Tuvati, but I think I am going to go for Sam Tuvati. This young unit is a complete weapon, and he has made about like 175 running meters. He made 79 post contact meters. He also made about like 26 tackles, only missed 4, and yeah, his attack was just fantastic, and he was possibly one of our most hard running forwards out there. And whenever he gets the ball, or he makes a big complete commitment there, the whole time swarm base just says his name as Tui, and that. So yeah, he's starting to become that junior Barlow 2.0, and I'm hoping that he can be able to keep up that consistent performance there, especially playing for 44 minutes there. And yeah, but my one vote there, it's pretty close, but I was gonna give it to Kit Kat, but I'm gonna play it safe here, and I'm gonna give it to Mitchell Moses. I feel like when he started passing it a little bit more, that's when our right attack started to open much more in the second half. And I know that some of his kicks were a little bit bland there, but at least he was pulling up the punts there to really get the chases going there. where our chases in the first half were just nowhere because I thought that Moses' kicks there for most of the first half was a little bit ordinary, and yeah, but hopefully he can pass the ball more, and yeah, but what's your 3-1 there, Sean?
Mine's very similar to yours actually. I also had Tallyn Da Silva at number one due
Mm-hmm.
to just the effect he had on the game. It was great to see the young ones and coming through. And then my two was also Sam Tuivasa. He came on, changed the game completely, got momentum coming our way. The only difference is I had Matt Dury as my number three instead of Mitchell Moses. So.
Oh, okay. And who do you have for your number one? Sorry.
Talent Da Silva too.
Oh, okay. And you have Matt Dory as
Three.
your second and your third.
Uh, so second was Sam Tuivasa and my third was Matt Dury.
Oh, okay. All right. That's good. I'm just gonna get some honourable mentions here. So I'm going to say Kit Kat. I thought he was very good from his tackles. He made about like 34 tackles and he only missed two. I feel like Kelma was alright. Let's see. Riley Smith was wrestling quite a lot. He made 50 tackles. Wow. 50 tackles and he only missed four. Jack Williams was very strong from his post contact runs there. Let's see. He also made 50 tackles as well, so he was a complete Terminator on the field. And he also made how many running meters? He didn't even make over 100, but like still, just see him just run throughout the middle there, breaking that line, mate. Like, if this bloke does get called the Terminator, then I don't know what type of nickname you would call him. So yeah. Another honorable mention. Maduri. As you said, some very strong runs there. Made a couple of commitments there, but I thought Dylan Walker. He's still playing that consistent like passing and running ball skill lock, and just playing that ideal lock. So that ideal modern lock, should I say, as what we all pretty much see these days in the NRL. And it kind of low key changed our middle attack there in the second half. So yeah, he was pretty close to being in my 3-1. And look, Iongi was pretty good on his timing on the catches there, but he was a little bit shaky when trying to contest it for the air. But I mean, you can't really blame him for just dropping the ball backwards there when there's like chasers just like trying to body him and try and knock him out because he's small in that, and I get it, but like still I feel like maybe if Isaiah Iongi, as I said in my previous main episode of the podcast, he does need a little bit much more conditioning, and yeah, that's my quick take on him. But yeah, that's pretty much all of my honourable mentions there. Sean, if you were to pick a couple more players there to maybe fit on your 3-1, who would you pick?
Oh, definitely Dylan Walker. I just feel like, as you said, he's got such an impact on the game. The way he runs the ball so hard, offloads, passes. He does everything really. And then One thing I would like to say is if we can please get rid of Kamatualangi's kicking license. That was something.
Oh yeah, Uh, yeah. I think I did see him kick on the last when we were on the Dragons 10 there. I think it was in the second half, and then he kicked it. Um, I think he kicked it dead, or did he kick it
He
straight
kicked
to
it straight to the fullback.
another player?
Straight to the fullback.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know why he kicked it there. He should have just ran it there, I f- or he should have just passed it there and just kept the ball alive. And we could have just maybe make it 34. Sorry, we could have maybe make it 36-20. So yeah, but that doesn't matter. I'm just hoping that our defense can maybe improve a little bit better, and that Moses can play a little. And that Moses can improve a little bit better on his passes and his running game a little bit more. And yeah, let's just hope that that Justin Rose can just consistently tackle down those areas that we still need to cover. And yeah, that's going to be it for this episode for the Blue Gummy episode 36. And I think my mum is about to tell me to have dinner in any sec, so I do need to wrap things up here. So thank you so much, Sean, for making your debut on the Blue and Gummy podcast, and hopefully you can consistently join with me on this new era of the Blue and Gummy podcast.
Thank you for having me, mate.
For long term wise, and yeah. Uh, do you have anything left to say, Sean, before we wrap things up?
Yeah, just thank you for having me. It means a lot
All
to
good,
be
mate.
able to finally be part of the podcast after following it for a long time and
Yeah.
sort of being there from the start, watching it grow has been great. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching anyway and listening in.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a dream come true to have a co-host like you to come on, especially with your experience. I am hoping that we can build this podcast, and we are currently on 20 subscribers, people. So make sure to get us maybe up to 1,000 subscribers. I know that may sound a lot, but I am hoping to really grow this podcast, and I can just put my message, put my message out there to the club itself, and yeah, hopefully that this message and our review can be big enough to be heard by the Beluga Army themselves, and hopefully by the click impression there, this video can get a little much more views there. But that's gonna be it there, people. Make sure to subscribe and also like the video on our YouTube channel, and also make sure to also support the podcast itself. Also on Instagram, on TikTok, also, and make sure to have a listen to us on both Spotify and also on Apple Podcasts itself. And as I always say, Beluga Army never folds. And as I always say by the end of every single episode, go Para!